What up, guys? Welcome back to Redirect. This is season 3. Uno, dos, tres. We are here again. We are the podcast that redirect purpose through fresh conversation, ideas, and perspectives. Y'all remember me? I'm the host with the most, K-Ron. Then today we got Devon over here.
Peace, everybody. Good to see y'all back.
And of course we got Raven.
What's up, y'all? My name is Raven, and also known as QR. And before we get started, I want to go ahead and remind you guys to follow us on our socials, on Instagram and Facebook at The Redirect Podcast. And also, please do not hesitate to follow us on our YouTube channel, where if you are a visual person, you can see this video, see this podcast on YouTube in a visual setting. And if you have listened to any of our previous episodes, you can go ahead and rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. For example, if you scroll all the way down on Apple Podcasts, you'll see where you can rate us 5 stars. If you feel like we need less than that, then you can go ahead and just, give us some feedback as to why we need engagement.
Nope, only 5 stars.
Only 5 stars, but we just need some engagement. Give us some good comments. Give us your truthful and honest opinions. So, cool. So,
remember, 5 stars are 2 hands.
Right.
6 hands at this point.
We still have that same energy from season 2.
We got feet too.
And this week we usually do a Black Business of the Week. And what Black Business of the Week is that we want to give a platform to Black businesses that we respect and love ourselves. Usually they're located in Virginia Beach area, but usually, we try to use other Black artists instead. We do not have one for this week, but we will have one for next week as well.
Y'all, it's been some time. My good people, my good friends, my teammates, how are y'all? What have y'all been doing in this little hiatus that we had from season 2 to season 3?
It's been a month, so that's a long break for us. This is our first break as a throuple for the podcast. That's an ugly word.
It is.
But I went home to Jacksonville, did finals, finished finals, ended the semester with a 3.5 GPA, so that's good.
Okay, congrats.
For grad school, yes.
Good.
So I'm proud of myself. I got some really good relaxation time. So
I've just been working. That's literally all I've been doing, just working.
Getting that money.
That ain't the only thing.
I don't know about getting money, but I've been at work.
Yeah. I mean, if not money, then you've definitely been gaining more counseling skills, so that's really good.
I've been at work. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
That ain't the only thing you've been doing though. You got a whole performance.
Oh yeah.
Well, I do not be thinking about those things.
Clearly, he only thinking about work.
That's the only thing I do. Literally Monday through Friday, where I'm at.
Somebody gonna be hurt to hear that. That's the only thing that you were worried about and concerned about.
He did really good too. I heard. I saw some videos of him performing.
Well, let's get into it before we even start the episode. I've been with my girlfriend. There, I said it.
Right. That's all Devon wanted him to say. Really.
I just wanted him to shout her out,
I kicked the ball to the curve.
I haven't heard anything. I'm gonna give y'all my check-in. When Raven left, she went to Jacksonville. Nothing. Karan was here. Nothing. I've been by myself,
having anxiety attacks.
No, why you call him like that?
And it's sad because we supposed to be a team, but it ain't felt like a team. I've been working.
Did we not still have team meetings?
I've been stressed out. Nobody need to know that. I've been stressed out. But overall, I'm still here, and I'm excited for season 3.
If I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is,
no, don't counsel me.
When we are here, you are not stressed.
Don't counsel me.
Because when we're going, you're stressed. So when we're here, you're not stressed.
Yeah, so he likes being around us. That's what it sounds like. But anyways,
in conclusion. I only love my bed and my mama. So who's ready for some redirection today?
Love that.
So,
ready for that.
Yes, we have a series that we're starting, a relationship series. And this is going to be the first part of that relationship series. We're talking about everything that's not a committed relationship. That's what the topics for today.
I can't talk today, y'all.
Nah, we want your perspective.
Nah, I'm committed.
Because before you was in your commitment ship, you was a runner of streets.
So your voice.
He's a runner. He's a track star, y'all.
Right?
Devon is out there on the freeway, y'all.
I'm screaming. I'm on a dirt road somewhere.
Nah, you in them streets too.
She's trying to take to the sky. That's what she's trying to do.
Look, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Right, please.
So, Karan, you already told us your relationship status. Can you expound on that a little bit more? So you're in a relationship.
I'm in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
Born female. That's Devon like to make sure.
Okay.
I don't know how much more you want me to expound on it. A month and a half now, going strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going on a hot date later.
He is.
Love that.
Super commitment yet, or just commitment?
Right now, it's a good commitment right now. We're working towards a super commitment.
We love that. As Raven says, we love to see that.
We love to see it.
What about you, QR?
I'm weak. So for me, I am single and dating and exploring. Starting to get tired of the dating scene because it gets tiring after a while. But
Somebody lock her down, please.
Don't do that. I think I'm fine single, but at the same time, dating, exploring is fun sometimes. But then, like I said, it kind of gets old and annoying, and it does take a lot of effort to continuously get to know people. So that's where I'm at.
So when you say single dating, what does that really mean?
Single as in I have no one that I'm committed to.
Okay.
So I am serial dating as in maybe talking to one person at a time, getting to know them, and maybe kicking them to the curb if I don't like them, or, just continually being friends with them. It doesn't always have to be I'm kicking to the curb, because I have a lot of people that I've met that I liked, but I'm not dating, so we're just friends now. Yeah. So, yeah.
Raven will ghost you. So don't get it twisted. She's here today. She's gone tomorrow.
Text 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I didn't mean to send that to y'all.
I can see her doing that too.
I am not going to comment.
My bad.
What about you, Devon?
I am single. I'm not dating. I'm single on purpose. I don't want to date because I want to focus on me.
Okay, what about you? You focusing on, buddy? Expound on that.
I'm focusing on every part of me, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Every part. From
it's
my
still too
mind.
general. Yeah.
Now I'm going in detail from my mind to my body to my soul, my spirit. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm healthy and balanced so that when I am ready, I'm up to par to be in a super commitmentship like my friend over here, Karan.
I'm screaming.
Yes, sir.
So what makes you go? I know we're probably going to get into this later, but I really want to ask it now. So what makes you want to focus on those parts of yourself right now?
I noticed a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed dating and then getting out of relationships and then saying that I was going to focus on myself, then either getting bored or wanting companionship and then looking for somebody else and then noticing like I never did the work on myself that I wanted to do. So I was like, hey, since I noticed a pattern, I'm going to do the work to change it.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's hard too. And we're going to get into it, but it really is hard to be intentionally single, because that's what I did too, but now I'm like, okay.
Well, that was easy for me, boy. When I was doing it, boy, I ain't talking to nobody. Really? I just didn't care. I remember at one point in time in my life, I was like, bro, I'm not here to impress nobody. I get a haircut maybe once every 2 months. I was out here, bum. I did not care.
There is freedom and liberation in being single, and a lot of people don't really talk about that.
What do you mean by that?
Like he said, you don't really care. I mean, you care about yourself, but you're doing things as you wish. So for me, this might be TMI, but I shaved my legs for the first time in a couple of maybe months. People probably gonna get grossed out, but for me, I do it for me, not for anybody else to be like, oh, my boyfriend coming over, let me go ahead and do that. No, I'm doing these things because,
I feel like other people
I'm on my own agenda.
Yeah, I feel like other people are probably going to relate to that. I don't have to keep up certain things because I don't have anybody else to impress but me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people will lie and say, I do it for me. Even when I'm in a relationship, I'm doing it for me. But when you're in a really healthy relationship, there's some type of not push and pull, but compromise, and you're going to do things that maybe your boyfriend will like just to make him happy, but also you're happy to do that, not overextending yourself.
Yeah.
So
you're doing something wrong if you feel like you're the only one that's doing things and they're not doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah. So relationships in general are hard, right? I'm sure, and this isn't to put any bad juju on your stuff, Karan, but I'm sure you've experienced some challenges already because that's just what comes with talking to somebody, whether it's friendship, whether it's romantic, whether it's casually dating. All of these different interactions that we have with people can be categorized as a relationship in some way, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the three that we're going to focus on today are being single, which we kind of already started talking about, situationships, and then entanglements.
Yes, whatever that means.
Everybody knows what it means.
We're going to dissect that.
Everybody heard her say entanglement with August, so everybody has heard that word before.
Jada Pinkett. Is it Pickett or Pinkett? I always get it mixed up.
Jada Tanglement.
Yeah, that's what, because I really don't know. As you said it, I was like,
isn't Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah.
I think everybody just kind of say it and they're kind of well, I don't know which one exactly, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
I could not tell you.
I love her, I'm not going to lie.
You love her?
Yeah, I love the Red Table Talk. That's really what I'm referring to when I say love. But.
Okay. I say that's your role model.
She loved those entanglements, boy.
I'm dead. She's a human too.
So let y'all know, Raven's the one that wanted to put entanglements up here.
No, I mean, it's important. It's important. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
All right, we're gonna jump into being single. So single's not just because somebody dumped you, right? Like I said, I am being intentionally single right now. You can be single because of circumstance. I don't know what they might be. Can y'all think of some?
I think a circumstance for me was that I have no choice but to be single. Like, if I could be in a relationship, I could. Like, but I haven't found someone that I liked enough. So sometimes I do get frustrated. So I'm not necessarily relating to Devon too much right now because I'm not being intentionally single. Like, if the chance came to me, like, I would be in a relationship. But there's not that much out there for me right now. Like, I haven't met someone for me.
Ain't a lot of fish in your pond.
No,
what you're saying?
no.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're open to dating. You don't want to necessarily be single, but you are because you don't have a lot of good prospects.
Right. Yeah. Which there are good people out there. It's just not for me, and I'm not willing to settle.
Raven draft class sucks.
She's scouting in the wrong areas.
Yes.
I scouted the same places y'all did. Did I not?
I don't know. I ain't been scouting in a minute, so I couldn't tell you what you
So
guys
when-
doing.
My
How'd
scout,
you be
I was successful with my scouts. I mean, it took me a while to find the right one, but I was successful.
Okay, it's gonna take me a while too. Y'all don't do me like that. I'm doing the same thing y'all doing. Y'all annoying.
Oh no, you was trashing my profile, and then my profile worked.
But did you or
trash
didn't?
work?
But did or did it not increase? Like, it got better. You took my advice. Don't say like you didn't take
I
my
took
advice.
it, internalized it, maybe tweak one thing, but I
And
didn't.
that's
I
all
didn't
that-
tweak it to the point
And
where
that's
you
all
wanted.
that matters. And that's all that matters.
Exactly.
You took what I said. You took what you needed out of what I said, and you changed your profile to what you feel like needed
It might have
to be
been like a
changed.
word or two. It wasn't necessarily a whole.
Moving forward, guys.
Right.
What are the pros to being single? What do y'all feel like are the benefits to being by yourself?
My own free will, my own freedom, moving my own time. Ain't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah.
When you say free will, and I want you to blink if you're in danger, do you mean like somebody preventing you from doing stuff?
I mean, like I said, to move on my own, like do as I want, as I
You're
please.
so stupid.
I'm just asking. 'Cause
Moving on,
I'm dead.
do what I want, when I want, and how I want.
okay.
Yeah. I think for me, I set personal space as well. Like, when I think about someone being in my space, I get mad. Like, just the thought of like someone just, and I know I just said I kind of want to be in a relationship.
You don't want a relationship.
But you know what, we can talk about that later because it really is a teeter-totter for me. But I love having my own space. I love just, being able to breathe and just have that chance to just be by myself if I can.
Yeah. I like that I don't have to necessarily be concerned about how somebody else's emotional feelings, and that sounds kind of bad, but I can come home, I don't gotta worry about somebody else's problems. I don't have to worry about doing certain things. It's just me. It's me and my own problems and my own situations and my own free time. Like Ron said, I get that. If I want to sit on a game and play Xbox all night with Karan and my friend Preston or whoever, I can do that and not have somebody be like, you should have called me or whatever the case
Why
is.
didn't you text me?
Why didn't you text me?
I've been waiting on you to text me.
Because I'm playing Xbox.
Yeah.
I had a hard day.
Yeah. Another thing I want to add is that, and I think this is important, is that my singleness, because I've been single for so long, it's allowed me to appreciate my friendships more. Because I know, once you get in a relationship, you kind of and y'all talk about it all the time, y'all always throw shit at each other in a loving way, but when you're in a relationship, your friendships kind of take a, not that far of a back seat, if you're doing it healthy enough, but it takes a backseat. You start hanging out with that person more. You're talking to them every day. You're spending a lot of time with them, and your friends kind of come second.
Yeah.
But now that I don't have anyone else to talk to, I don't want to say it like that, but because I am depending on my friendships for my intimacy and advice and stuff, I go to them more, and I've gotten to know them and really value them. And I feel like once I get in a relationship, I feel like it'll be a healthy balance.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? To have a healthy balance, because some people don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's just all you and your significant other and your friends. They're not even in the backseat.
Right.
They're in a whole other different car, and you don't even interact with them.
Yeah.
I had one person ask me, "Oh, Kron, since you got a girlfriend now, you gonna abandon your friends?" I said, oh, hell yeah.
I'm screaming.
I was more so talking to them specifically.
Yeah.
And I said, go ask Devon how much I've been talking to him. You think I'm going to talk to you that much? I really don't talk to you that much.
So what does it look like? I know you guys said that you guys play Xbox, still together. How has it changed?
Rarely.
between y'all?
Karan has abandoned me.
Well, I was barely on the Xbox anyway. This job is taking most of my life.
Yeah. You want to talk about that, or you want me to? Because I got
like
some
about
stuff.
how it's changed, how your friendships have changed since you've been in a relationship.
I mean, it's been vice versa. When Devon was in a relationship, I knew that in a sense, let me go ahead and hop in the back seat myself because I already know he gonna need that space with his woman. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, I'm giving him space, and I talk to him when he's available and I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of been the same, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Granted, y'all might hit me up, I might not respond to later, but I respond eventually.
But it's not crazy. Mm-hmm. Like I really do think Quran does have a balance, and part of that is because I am understanding he's with his girlfriend. They're in a new relationship, so they need that time to figure each other out more, spend time together, etc. So I don't be fretting. Like Quran texts me an hour later or however long, like he's doing something.
And it's not like we haven't hung out. Like when Sarah was out of town, or
even before that.
Even before we hung out, had meetings still, and had fun. So it's not like he abandoned us.
I even checked on Devon the other day.
He's checked on me multiple times, and that's what I'm saying. Like he has a good balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like
when Devon was going through it, I was like, let me hit him up.
Yeah.
Quran,
It was a voicemail, not voice, it was a voice memo Devon sent. And me and my girl were like, no, actually Sarah was like, is Devon okay? She said, you might want to call him.
Yeah, and that's what I like is that she's also not promoting, but pushing you to reach out to friends and not holding you back. Like, well, you're with me, then why you got to call them right now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we talking too much about a relationship. We supposed to be talking about being single.
No, yeah.
Focus on me.
I mean, I really do value friendships, but that was a really big point that I wanted to make was that we value our friendships right now.
One good thing about me for as far as being single, I have more female friends than I have male friends. Mm-hmm. And I can freely hang out with y'all whenever. Mm-hmm. I can text y'all whenever because I don't have to have, unless y'all in relationships, of course, but I don't have to have those kind of boundaries because I don't have somebody like a significant other to where I have to be, mindful of when I'm hitting y'all up or how late I'm hanging out with y'all, etc. And I know it's different for everybody. Everybody's not the same. That's just how I operate.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing for me when I was single, I learned to love myself the most. Mm-hmm. So I am very loving of myself. I take care of myself, at least I try to. Mm-hmm. But I don't let other people get me down to the point where I just feel terrible with myself, self-esteem down, self-confidence down. I learned to appreciate myself when I was single.
You have your separate self from your relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to say about a pro of being single is that I have a space to be unsure. So right now I'm like questioning everything in my life, and I couldn't imagine questioning everything in my life plus having a boyfriend. Because that can put stress on him. Because, I'm teetering between spiritualities. I'm teetering between, like, all things that you genuinely share to a boyfriend, and y'all have those core beliefs together. But I can be unsure by myself and figure it out, and then, by myself.
What about that do you think might be hard for your significant other?
It will be because, say, for example, y'all got together because y'all both agreed that y'all are Christian. Mm-hmm. Then later on, you're like, I don't know if that's me. This is an example, but I don't know if that's me. And then now you're like, well, that's a big reason why I wanted to be with you is because we both had this shared belief.
He probably won't the one because that's conditional love right there.
It's not. I do agree that Christians should be, if that's a value that they share, I do think that that's a really core thing that people should share. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's important to just be by myself when I'm so unsure about a lot of things.
I get that. It gives you the time to kind of
figure things out.
You get to figure
and
out
not be
Raven.
swayed about someone else is in my ear. Yeah.
Yeah. You get to figure out Raven. So then when you're ready to, when you find that person in that pond that is worth it, then, you come better prepared, better suited up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say this as well as far as being single. Well, I think y'all kind of already talked about it, but just learning yourself, learning me, and having the freedom to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said that. I had formulated in my mind. I was ready and then ready to say it.
Yeah. What about some cons?
Yeah, I was about to say, as far as cons, so what are cons to being single?
Loneliness.
Yes.
I guess the lonely nights.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've had some crazy nights when I was super alone. I don't experience those nights anymore, but there were some times where I was like, damn, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you first get out of a relationship or
missing that companionship
situation, whatever relationship. Missing that companionship.
Yeah.
Having that person to sit on the phone with you or go do things with you or, intimate acts. Like, when that's gone and you gotta be like, okay, damn.
I'm like, damn, she used to cook for me all the time. I got to
Right.
feed myself now.
She used to wash my socks, and I gotta
Right.
wash my own socks.
Right. Y'all saying that. Another point I had was being independent gets boring. Like being an independent woman and like, cause you could ask a man like, hey, can you drive me here? Or like, I don't feel like driving. Can we go? Like, you know,
No comment.
why? It gets boring being independent and doing things for yourself all the time, doing things by yourself all the time.
You should be.
Why are y'all sighing?
No comment.
I know. I want to comment.
I would not touch that. Why should you get tired of doing things for yourself?
I love doing things for myself. I'm not saying I want to be in a relationship just so he can do stuff for me.
Okay.
I'm saying that it's companionship, you know,
Okay.
like doing something with someone, or like I'm tired of driving. If I'm at your house,
Is that
or
really doing something with someone? Because now that you're tired, hey, come do this for me.
but I could do that for that person as well. If he accidentally got drunk at his friend's house and he need me to pick him up,
That's
I'm gonna
different.
go pick him up.
That's different.
How?
He's in a situation to where he can't drive. He should not
But
drive.
those are the instances. Those are the incidences that I'm talking about.
Okay. So I was-
Like for someone to help me out.
okay. So having a teammate, pretty much.
Yeah, like
Okay, I see
someone
what
on
you're
my
saying.
team on my side.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like when I get tired, I have to go drive myself to the gas station or
No, I'm
go
not
pick
talking,
up my
I'm
groceries.
not talking about having my own personal slave.
That's what.
I'm
You
saying
gotta,
like
you gotta specify because that's how it
That's
came
why I
off.
said
as.
no.
y'all hear was like,
That's why I said
that's
no
how it came
comment.
off.
That's why I said no
I'm
comment.
not talking. I'm talking about just having someone on my team. Yes.
Yeah, I get you. I get you now. I understand, and
That was
I
annoying.
think the reason why I had that response too is because sometimes as men we hear that, right?
Yeah.
It's the whole like
Okay.
I want to be independent, but then as soon as I get with somebody, now I want
No.
you to do the things that I don't want to do.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna end up doing what I don't want to do anyways because it's my life. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice to have someone who
'Cause you're
serves
an
you just
adult.
as much as you serve them, and that's what I mean.
I agree with
Yes.
that. I thought you was talking about some other stuff.
No.
Right?
And so you was a little broad for us in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was yes. I was going to explain further until y'all like,
Me and Karan's gonna have to pull her aside after this
I'm
episode.
screaming. I'm dead. What are some other cons?
Cons of being single.
Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was about to say, I just put lack of intimacy.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Raven took my notes apparently
No, I did
because
not.
I was just about to say that.
I'm screaming. I just feel like our heads are like connected.
What kind of intimacy?
I mean, just all around, just, I know we talk about this often too. It's just like, I want someone to like have a conversation with and just someone to expand my mind
Yes.
and expand my soul, like
Yes.
all those different things. And yes, you can do that with friends, but it just hits different.
Y'all know how I like to think. There's nights where I just want to sit on the phone and explore concepts and ideas with somebody that understands my way of thinking and is going to engage. Because sometimes you can seek people for that and they try their best, but they're just not into it because they're just naturally not, that's not something they're passionate about or
Right.
interested in. So the intimacy thing for me, that's what gets me is the companionship. It's
Yeah.
having that person to call on the phone. Hey, you want to go do this together? Hey, let's make this tonight.
Yeah.
Let's watch this movie together. Or stuff like that.
Cuddle.
Cuddle.
Gosh,
They have professional cuddlers.
I would say it sounds like she need
it's
it.
not the same.
I'm a apply for that.
I can't just be physical with someone without that
They get paid
connection. I know, but I don't.
$100 an hour.
I'm not paying $100 an hour to cuddle with a
I'd
random
be like,
man.
what kind
That's
of
some- that's
blanket?
some-
What
that's
kind
some
of
lonely
blanket you
people
want
out
me to
there.
bring?
There's some lonely people out there.
Kind of snacks you want?
Well, they say there's a market for everything.
It's showing up.
Devon got a new side hustle of cuddling with a random
Side
woman.
hustle, that's baby the main hustle.
Until you cuddle with a woman who's musty and her
I don't
house
care.
dirty.
I
That's
take
gonna
a
be-
And she
shower.
got crumbs on her couch.
That's gonna be my requirement. You better be clean, or else I'm gonna walk.
People have different definitions of cleaning. You know that.
I'm gonna have a whole video of what clean is, and you gonna have to watch it and sign off that you understand what it is.
Or you can add in there, you can come to my house, use my cleaning products, but you pay extra.
No, you ain't coming to my house. I don't need a whole bunch of people know where I stay.
All that energy in your house.
Exactly. I'm gonna go to your place. It better be clean. I'm gonna cuddle for my hours. Soon as that hour's up, I'm leaving.
Just get a
Look, he got his
just
shoes
get a
on at 59 minutes.
just get a hotel.
That's more money.
Karan, we developing a business plan now. Now you're thinking
You get a
hotel,
hotel. Well, what's that?
that you have to pay for.
What's that one? Well, so Devon just made me his pimp, y'all.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person that's paying
I
for the
thought you talking
service.
me.
No.
I
I got too excited for that. Look, guys, Devon made me his pimp.
I'm taking
Karan got a
70%.
whole Excel sheet of like the next woman. He's like, Monday you have Chanel and Tuesday you have Veronica.
Devon, you're running over. You're supposed to be with Erica right now.
When you go to Chanel's, bring the oil so you can rub her back too.
Not the oil.
Anyways, situation.
Karan, you have any cons for single?
My biggest one was just missing the companionship and being lonely.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Karan lonely.
I mean, I have come in great terms with just being by myself. So it's very few moments I'm like, I wish I had somebody here, but bump it. I'm good.
It is what it is.
I don't harp on my loneliness because I know I'm good regardless. I can always hit somebody up or whatever. I mean, like I said, it's not the same, but I'm not going to sit there and just bask in that negative emotions and stuff because that's not productive. Not going to get me anywhere.
And you've always had great friends.
Yeah. Even when I didn't, like when I first moved up here, I was pretty much lonely. I just did things to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
Loneliness do not bother Karan that much.
That is true. So another part of not being in a committed relationship or super commitment is situationships. Anybody want to explain what that is?
Trigger.
Y'all want me to do it?
You can go. I mean, go ahead and explain it.
Situationships. You're like in between being single and in between being in a relationship. Sometimes you're doing everything that the people in relationships do, but you just don't have a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that gives me anxiety because I've done that before. And honestly, like situationships are, what'd you say?
I said, as have I.
Yeah. Situationships are the most situations for me have been the most heartbreaking for me. Yeah. Because it's like, it's a casual relationship too. So I know during those processes, I know that I'm not, I can't be a casual person when in relationships because I'm gonna be honest, I might get attached too easily or I might idealize that person and then this person was never on the same page as me. So, and it's just like it's in that between. And I don't like non-commitment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-commitment. I think that's probably one of the biggest issues for why people are in situationships because they don't want to commit or they're afraid of commitment.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Mr. Walker?
I was just thinking about my last situationship. What did you say for?
No.
But the last one, there was definitely more into it than I was, and they was trying to advance further into the commitment, and I wasn't because I knew I didn't want to. I wasn't ready to commit because my feelings wasn't there. Yeah. But they was like, "Oh no, we need to do this." I said, "You know what that?"
And you were honest with her.
Heartbreak Hotel. Yep, I was. Yeah. I told her multiple times. I was like, my thing is, I say this. I don't know if it's good or not. Why continue to put up with me if all you do is get hurt? And you continue to put up with me, any hurt that comes your way at that point.
I'm saying, but why didn't you just stop talking to her?
Because she want to keep talking now. Like, okay, maybe these feelings can develop.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to do, develop these feelings, but she was moving too fast.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to move fast.
She was trying to lock Karan down.
Well, she was trying to clamp me like a dog.
Trying to take away that freedom.
See, hearing your perspective, that's probably what a guy was thinking for me. And why they try to stop talking to me, because I wasn't trying to push people in a corner. You saw I said him, talking about someone specifically, but I mean, I guess it seemed like I was pushing him in a corner, but to me, I just wanted that certainty of eventually are we going to be something, are you just playing with me? So what are we? Yeah. You put
an animal trapped in a corner. What's it going to do?
But
fight its way out.
But to me, if I don't ask those questions. We're over here doing our thing for 6, 7, 8 months. And at that 8th month, you're like, I thought we were just friends.
And there's no commitment.
There's no commitment. And that's why I asked that. I'm like, where are we heading?
That's why communication is important, though, to establish that in the beginning. Because a lot of people would do that. Yeah. Because it's easier for us to, hang out, have sex, talk, chill at my leisure. Mm-hmm. But I have the freedom to just pick up and go if I want to, because I never fully committed to you. Yeah. I never said that we have a title. I never said that I'm sure about you. I'm just like, this is cool. We're just kicking it.
Yeah. But I mean, and my trust is so messed up. Is even if we have that communication of I want to be with you. Yeah, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
Even at that 8th, 9th month, during that time, they possibly lost feelings for you. They
Yeah.
started talking to other people, and then
Yeah.
at the end, they're like, "Well, I don't." Because that's happened to me, and that's why situationships are so tricky for me, because I feel like you're gonna end up losing feelings from me along the way, and then lie, and then I end up being the dumb one at the end.
If you don't want to be in a situationship, make sure you ask questions. Make sure you're honest about what you want, and make sure that you can decipher if they're honest in what they're telling you, and then match their actions with their words.
Instructor Devon, what are those questions that one should ask?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for from me?
Yeah.
Do you want a relationship?
And even
you hear
midway,
what they say.
Yeah. Like even just a check-in, like, how are you feeling still about me? Is it the same? Is that wrong to ask? Is that weird to ask?
And you let them know, like let's say you're looking for a committed relationship, and they're saying, I'm not sure what I want. That's a red flag for you right there. Because if you continue, they've already let you know that there's some doubt in their mind, or they're not serious about being in a committed relationship, but you are.
Yeah.
So you're moving forward. Then 5 months into it, like Raven says, they're like, you know what? I think I made up my mind. I don't want to be in a committed relationship. You just wasted 5 months of your life.
Yeah.
And they already told you this from the beginning, but the thing is, we think we can change people.
Yeah. And that's why I was thinking, like, you have to have the strength to take a step back after that. Yeah. And that's the hard part.
You have to
because
be
you just want to get
honest.
mad and convince them to like you and do all these
When y'all
different
start
things.
playing, when people start playing that pity game,
Yeah.
get that mess out of here.
Yeah.
When you played the pity game.
I don't play it.
No, I'm saying when I played it. I'm saying me. I'm gonna be completely vulnerable in this series, y'all, because
Well, somebody told me they was luck. They said, "All I knew, Corona, I loved you." I said,
not love. Ooh, child. Wow.
I said,
What's that scene from that movie? It was like, you were supposed to love me, Curtis.
I was like, don't do that.
I don't remember what movie that was.
I think it was Dreamgirls or something.
Oh,
like
yeah, that does
It's
sound
you
like
were supposed to love me, Curtis.
Yikes.
That's what she said to Karan.
Yeah, she kind of hurt me in that scene. But yeah.
I'll be like, don't do that. Slow down, buddy.
Yeah. It's hard. But I mean, other than that, like, I would say the pro of being in a situationship is for some people, there's a thrill of uncertainty. So, for example, if you just get out of a relationship and you don't really looking for a commitment, it's nice to just have someone to call and cuddle with and have a nice intimate conversation, and then maybe y'all don't have that commitment to like hit each other up every day, or maybe like, you know, y'all still have the free reign to date around. You know, people like that uncertainty and that non-commitment.
Do friends with benefits go into this category?
I don't think so, because I feel like it's called a situationship for a reason. So it's a situation because it's like, well, I don't know what's going on. But I feel like with friends with benefits, y'all know what's going on. It is what it is.
I think it depends.
So,
Eventually, one person develops feelings, and it becomes a situationship.
Yeah. I think it doesn't sound like there's a lot of situations where both people are completely understanding the entire time, and just like, you know, it lasts for however long it lasts, and then they just stop.
I don't know. I think it can happen.
No, I'm saying I think it can,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard a lot of stories like that. Usually it's like one person develops feelings and the other person's like, bro, I told you. It's
Yeah.
not what it was.
I mean, I think it's all a process. So I was going to mention this, but friends with benefits can lead to situationships, and then situationships can lead to entanglements.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
We ain't get there yet.
we didn't get there yet. No, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm just saying I want to bring that up because
Okay.
I feel like what you said, a friends with benefits can become a situationship.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. So friends with benefit can be like the beginning of a situation. It's the foundation of a situationship.
But it can also just be a friends with benefits the entire time.
Okay.
If y'all are both smart enough and play
It
the
is a
game right.
situation in the beginning.
Okay.
Because we came together and know we doing this situation,
Yeah.
but the whole ship part comes later.
Okay. So the situations is that we doing stuff, and then the ship and also question mark comes when feelings.
I say the
get
ship is
developed.
the emotions.
Mm.
I'm just trying to
Okay.
sound profound, just making stuff up as I go.
Deep. Nah,
Oh, yeah, that's a good equation. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
The ship of emotions.
Yeah.
Look
makes
at that.
sense.
Use that,
when
guys.
when that come, I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November.
Use that and quote us, guys.
Yeah.
All of us. Even though Quran said it, quote all of us.
Right. But I just think it's important just to kind of like talk about this because a lot of people don't know, and I know labels aren't really that, you don't really need labels all the time, but it's nice to know what you are in your current relationships and like to decipher like what I want and what I need and what I'm getting.
I know we triggered some guys who's gonna listen to this when we said, "So what are we?"
Yeah, if
What-
your girl asks you, so what are we, and she listens to the redirect
what do they
podcast,
what do they
sorry.
say, Divine?
I'm a human being, baby. Let me not put out that toxic.
We humans, baby.
Let me not put that out there. If somebody asks you that, you need to be honest and tell them what you.
I'm honestly a human. I'm not a broom. I'm not a broomstick.
Be honest, guys and women, everybody. Just be honest. I don't know if there are many pros. I mean,
don't you do that.
I was gonna get my.
Oh, go ahead. You said not many. I thought you better stop.
Yeah, I said not many. Don't mean there aren't any. I think if both people can come together and have an understanding. Well, you know what? I don't know if there are any pros, because I think a situationship, like Karan said, comes because it's uncertainty.
There are some pros because some people are. I know for me, I was happy in my situationship for a little bit.
Was it friends with benefits?
No, I was like, I'm going to be with this person.
Or casual? Was that casually dating at that point?
I mean,
because I feel like situationship, at least it has a negative connotation attached to it, because you don't know what this situation is.
I feel like the negative connotation comes from people like us whose uncertainty gives us anxiety. But for some people, just like, I'm happy with this being a situationship. Like, I'm happy there's no hard commitment. I'm happy there's no label. Like, this is just chill.
Y'all was on the same page. Y'all was on the same page.
Just not think about mine because that was toxic. But just in general,
I'm saying because you brought up. So y'all was on the same page, right?
Me and that guy, yes. Yeah.
So could that be? Is that a situationship? Y'all on the same page?
Yes, because if we're on the same page and it's a situation, I'm like, well, I'm in a situationship with this guy. Hopefully, it leads to this, because it can lead to an entanglement, or it can lead to an actual relationship.
Sounds like dating. Well, casually dating to dating.
Yeah.
So do y'all see situationships in a negative or neutral light?
I see it every time I've seen it. It's kind of negative because it's like I said, it's the uncertainty, and like Karan said, the uncertainty is there because one person has emotions for the other person, and they're like, "What are we doing?"
But they both could have it's a very it's not like either this or that. It can be complex for a lot of different people. So for you, it could have been one-sided, and obviously for you, it was one-sided. But there are some people who have a mutual agreement, like, this is a situationship, and we are going to be something one day, but right now we're just doing our thing. Like, it's just uncertain, and we're okay with that. Gotcha. That's why I said some people like the thrill of uncertainty, or like the fact that there's no commitment, because maybe y'all both just got out of like a relationship and y'all are finding yourselves and y'all aren't committing.
Gotcha.
So I see the negative light from my own experiences, but I understand how people see it in a neutral or positive
the
light.
Other side.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a pro to any of these, to be honest. I know you said like negative, waste of time, things like that. Think about it. Every situation is a moment for growth and learning.
Yes.
Bam.
I agree.
You can grow and learn from it. I'll say the last one I was in definitely helped me grow. Because I was single forever. So like, okay. And then when I got into the whole thing, I'm like, oh, okay. I do see some things that could make me better.
Karan coming out here with perfect answers.
No, because that was something that was in my head too. But I agree, because especially if it ends really, really bad, like for me, it ended really bad, and it gave me it forced me to look at the patterns of men that I've been dating and putting in those situations that I've been putting myself in.
I'll say in bad or good.
Yeah.
Any chance is a moment to learn.
Yeah. Because temporary things come into your life for purpose. It's not just because.
You know what they say? In the losses where the lesson is learned.
Yeah.
And I never lose. So what's good? What's Gucci? Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know, Raven, I think I do agree with you though, because I had a situationship where it was mutual. I think it started as a situationship because of me, and then it transitioned into another. I mean, it stayed a situationship because of her, and ultimately was ended because of me, because I was like, I'm looking for more.
Okay.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be neutral. It was. I mean, but then once I wanted something else, then it was like, all right, this can't last no more because you're not able to meet that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I agree, but yeah.
I mean, we talked about the cons pretty much.
Yeah, the cons, I mean, I said it was the most shattering relationships. Like, it can really do harm, but I agree that you can learn a lot from those moments, like Ron said. So.
You can get your emotions played with. That is a con. This person can string you along, waste your time, take your emotional energy, and just, drain you.
Yeah.
That can potentially happen in a situationship because they play you like a yo-yo. I want you, then I don't. Who has time for that?
I don't.
Be with people that appreciate you and love you.
Yeah. And if you find yourselves in these situationships over and over again, the negative ones, I would encourage to like reflect on those. It could possibly be a trauma cycle that you're going through. So like if you realize that I'm going to the same guys, I'm in these same relationships, like take a step back and like why, because life is a pattern. Why am I having these consistent patterns? So that's important.
I want everybody that listens to this podcast to do this when you're done listening to it. I want you to hit up that person you're talking to, and I want you to ask them one question.
These are my confessions.
Yeah.
What are we?
Don't do that. Some people don't care for that answer. If you feel necessary, ask them that question.
Do it and see what they say.
Yeah. I'm screaming. You over here trying to break situationships up.
As soon as they say, what are we? You hear, and the Usher song start playing. These are my confessions. I don't really like
somebody
it.
gonna pull out that we human beings, baby. That's what we are. What you mean? I'm a Pisces. You're a Capricorn.
All right. I'm a Sagittarius, so I don't commit. No, don't.
Oh man, we out here giving
bad
toxic advice.
Right.
So Raven, you talked about how friends with benefits. Really, you can put being single in the forefront of all that. So being single, which can lead to friends with benefits, if you feel like you want commitmentship or companionship, which can then lead to situationships if there's uncertainty, which then can lead to entanglements.
Yes.
So you're the master of, and I don't want to say you're the master of entanglements, but
Yes.
you know.
I don't know. Jada is the master of entanglements.
Yeah.
She didn't start as single. She went from married.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think entanglement, we automatically see that whole August Alsina, like cheating and.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the first time I ever heard that word.
Yeah, me
to be
too.
honest.
And that's where we get it from, is from her. And even if you go on Google, you'll see like it's about cheating and all the other stuff. But I mean, to me, it's just like, from what I found, it's, one partner stands still while the other attempts to push and pull him or her towards the finish line. The energy is so unbalanced that it topples everything in its path. So it's just unequalness, unbalanced so much that it's just not working. Like it's just hurting more than it's benefiting them.
Is that just a super situationship?
I mean, that's why I said it can lead. Situationships can lead. Y'all are so quick to put super in front of a word.
Because it makes it better.
No, it doesn't.
Ever since Quran said super commitment, I have to do it now.
No,
Right?
but this is an entanglement. It's difficult. It's difficult, complicated. Shut up. And there's a lot of confusion and toxicity. And even if we take Jada Pinkett in the situation,
Let's call it Jada.
She was married to Will, but they were taking a break at the time. And she was talking and having whatever with August Alsina. And she even talks about her relationship with him because she liked him because she felt like she could fix him. Like she has that fixing mentality.
Okay.
People can have that. So she was she was having all that with him on a break with Will. It's complicated, difficult, toxic, confusion. Like all of that is an entanglement.
I feel different about breaks when you're married.
What do you mean?
You're still married.
Yeah, but
we taking space from each other, but
Right. We didn't agree to this super commitment. And in this break, in this super commitment, you gonna not commit.
yeah,
That don't make sense to me.
it's a little different when we're just a relationship couple.
I would say
The standards are there, but it's not as high as a super commitment.
But y'all gotta realize the way Will and Jada like talk about their relationship, they see it as a life partnership rather than more.
Yeah, it's not traditional, right?
Yeah, it's not traditional at all. So for y'all in like a majority of the American population, I can imagine like y'all all agree that it's weird to take those breaks as a marriage couple and be able to.
I don't say it's weird to take those
Okay.
breaks. I'm just saying that when you're in just a relationship, you take a break. There might be some other activities going on.
Yeah.
It is frowned upon, but you're like,
Yeah.
But when you're married, you take a break. Just imagine like you're married, you in the circle. You take a break. Y'all go to the opposite ends of the circle. Y'all still within that circle together because y'all still legally bound in a sense, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
visual. I'm a very visual person.
And I was thinking that I guess it depends on who's asking for the break too, and why. Because I mean, it's like you're asking for this break, whether the other person doesn't want it, and they're like, "I'm not asking for this."
Yeah. I mean, but that varies by each relationship, and sometimes a break has to happen. Even if the other person doesn't want it, they need to be able to, it's gonna be hard, but
Just imagine if I want a break and you don't want to give it to me, now I'm trapped. What does a trapped animal do? It gets out by any means necessary.
Chew off their own leg.
They sure will. Well, I'm chew off somebody else's leg.
okay.
I'm not chewing off my leg. I need my legs.
Okay, this metaphor just went left. But
It's going right now.
So
yeah.
I mean, I always felt like entanglements were linked to cheating, or, well, yeah, it's cheating on one party's part. Like, I guess I just used the whole Jada August Alsina situation as like the template for it. So it's one person that's in a relationship. They find another person they're interested in. That person knows about the relationship, and then another relationship begins. And I feel like that's where the entanglement may start, because now you're entangled in this other relationship or this person that's in a commitment.
Yes, which I think, and the reason why I said it's not just cheating.
Yeah.
It's like difficult. It's confusing. It's toxic. Like, it can definitely include cheating as well. But I like how you said entanglement, like it's entangling all these different things, like August, Will, the uncertainty of Will, her kids, like all of that is just a tough situation. It's not an ideal spot to be in.
Wasn't he basically, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but
he was friends with
kind of like Uncle August?
Yeah.
Like, he may be playing Xbox or PlayStation with Jaden or Willow, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just makes it weirder.
I just kind of felt bad, and I don't know, they might all have peace within that, but I kind of feel bad for Willow and Jaden, because it's just like how awkward that is.
It probably did not affect them.
It probably, because Will is she's polyamorous, and Jaden, I don't really follow him like that. So they're all just non-traditional families, so it probably wasn't that weird.
Yeah, they were raised by Will and Jay. They gotta remember that. So they probably used to all that kind of stuff.
Which I'm not gonna lie, they got a pretty cool family.
They probably knew that he was the mom and August were doing their thing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be. She probably talked to them about it. She probably talked to Willow about it.
Probably told her it's normal for me.
And then even August was like, he asked Will, I don't know if that's true or not. There was an interview.
If it's okay if I beat the cheeks for you.
That's basically what kind of happened.
Tag me in. No, you need a break, so no, I'm gonna give you time to get your stamina back. And I'm gonna jump off this turnbuckle.
Weak.
That's gross.
Yes. Was a swanton bomb into it.
Are there any pros to being in an entanglement?
If you like mess.
Yeah.
If you like drama and all that kind of stuff.
If it feeds into your trauma bonds and trauma cycles, you're gonna love it. You're gonna eat it up.
I couldn't imagine having to deal with two people. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring something else up after we finish it. We got time for it?
I mean, who's stopping us?
We're gonna do it. Cons, which we kind of already had a conversation.
Yeah, I don't really have any cons.
You don't have any cons?
Oh, it's all positive for her.
No, we talked. I don't have any more cons than we've discussed. I mean, entanglements is not an ideal place that I'll ever want to be in, and I know I've put myself in a healing spot for so long that I hope I never get there from my own will.
Yeah.
We do this for Will.
Screaming. But I mean, I think pros. I mean, just what Karan said. You can learn if you end up getting out of it and removing yourself from it, you can really learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
Depending on the party, is what they'll learn. The person, I guess, who got caught up in it, they probably just learn how to do better next time in the next entanglement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them. That's their growth. You want to entangle what? Entangle over there without me. We done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it.
It's definitely not an ideal situation to be in.
Hit them with I need a break. Oh, you want a break? How about we break up? Hit them with that.
I mean, honestly, that's where I'm at. Like, don't come to me with a break, because that means we have a serious problem in our relationship.
So let me go ahead and trade you into the used dealership.
Let me just go ahead and say, I do want to say that I don't feel like there's anything wrong with a break.
And that's normal.
And I just don't want people to think that, I want to break with my...
What should breaks be used for?
Okay.
And how long should they be?
Subjective.
It is all the questions y'all just asked are subjective to each couple.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I definitely encourage to talk to your significant other about what the circumstances are. Like, are we going to be talking to other people? Are we agreeing? Like, what are we agreeing to for this break ends? And I feel like that'll give the other person who doesn't really want to break less anxiety and like more
If I ever need to go on a break, and they're like, well, okay, let's talk to other people. Like, you
have the right to say that.
You can break off.
At that point, in those kind of breaks, I ain't here for that.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But if there's a lot going on in our relationship and you like, I just need some time to be by myself, is that necessarily a break?
You just need time by yourself?
Yeah,
Kind of
like,
taking
give me some time to think.
Time out from each other.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a break.
essentially as a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I think of breaks, I don't think of necessarily, okay, we ended the relationship.
I just need time out. I don't want to call it a break. I guess that's the word that messes with me.
Yeah, it's just word for you.
Give me a time out.
I mean, it's not break up. You're probably associating it with break up.
Yeah, and I've used breaks before too. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, so how you gonna?
Mom said I need a break and ran straight to the streets.
Right. Oh God.
I've never said like I need a break.
If it took off like that dude and get out.
I'm gonna talk to other people. I never said that. I don't think. Don't nobody come.
He
for
don't
me.
think. Oh,
Don't nobody come for me.
Yikes. Okay.
Move us on.
Well.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it as far as discussion on that topic. We will be back next week for part 2 of the series. There's going to be 4 parts. So stay tuned. Remember to ask that question, what are we? And have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Redirect. Out.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube to stream our episodes. Also, connect with us via Instagram and Facebook at The Redirect Podcast. And be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Redirect, out.